Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008. Hi everyone and welcome to Common Ground. I'm your host, Ashley Hall. Common Ground captures the creative process of various artists living throughout our region. Each week we delve into the veiled history of our area, plus we take you inside the cultural events that put the North in North Country. On this week's episode of Common Ground, we head to Walker and find out about the art and science behind brewing beer at the Leech Lake Brewery. A little further south, we meet up with Greg and KiKi Webb as they record a song they've written called Abraham. Finally, in Brainerd, we visit with fiber artists at the Franklin Arts Center.
I'm Carolina Warner, and I am a fiber artist, and I am part of a 6-member group that does fiber arts. We do all kinds of things from designing the cloth itself to doing some quilting or doing things like embellishment, adding beads. I started quilting for nieces and nephews for quilts. When I moved to Brainerd, I did an art quilt and showed it at Quilt Club and was told there's a fiber arts group and you should belong to it. So I started then, and I learned how to dye as a result of being in the group. I've played with bleach discharge. I've done deconstructive screen printing. Just if there's something out there we can try, we experiment. And this means that there is cloth that hasn't made it into a piece of art yet because it doesn't have a purpose, but it will happen. We are blessed to be in an arts community, and the Crossings Arts Alliance has sponsored this event, as well as the legacy funds that the voters of Minnesota have provided to support the arts. So this is the immediate group of 6 people, and we've done this exhibit and called it Conversations with Cloth, mainly because we go through a number of steps with the fabric and design walls. So in my apartment I have a big wall that is just a light colored sheet on it, but we stand back from the wall and look at the cloth that we have made and let it talk to us and tell us where to go next. So in this case, I had done the bleached fabric a long time ago, and I knew that I wanted to do rocks, and I had made the shadows. But since this time, this has been sitting in my stash, I've learned about the flower paste resist, and I've learned to dye. And so the piece could come together. The show has been good for helping us finish art or make new art. It's exciting to see people go, oh, this isn't quilting, this is art.
Now, one of the techniques that was used upstairs was paper lamination. I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit with my silk screen and start a paper lamination. This is just one way you can use the silk screen. I've got a very sheer fabric. If you saw the birch trees upstairs, they were done with the fabric like this. And then you need some photographs or some paper with a design on it. Newspaper, if I wanted a face on it, I could use this from the newspaper. I saw a pretty sunset, so I've got some colors of newspaper. You don't want a photograph that's a glossy photograph on good quality photo paper, because what you want to do at the end of this process is wash the paper away. And if you have a good photo paper, it's going to be thick and heavy, and it's going to be terrible to get off. So I'm going to take some of these, and I'm just going to lay them out on my board here and create a collage. So I'm going to tear some of these up and just arrange them rather loosely. So I need to pin my sheer fabric down so that the paper stays in place. Now what I want to have happen is for this paper to stick to the fabric so that this image will be transferred to my fabric. Now if I wanted the whole image here, I could take this, put it on top of it, and what I would use would be matte medium. And I could spread that across, but I'm going to try to break up the image a little bit. Easy way to do that is with masking tape or builder's tape. And I'm just going to stick this on the back of my frame. Just like that. And I don't want straight edges, so I'm trying to do all torn edges that are going to be exposed. So this is going to be kind of like paint being stripped or peeled off of a building when I'm done. At least that's kind of the image I have in my head. And just kind of tearing irregular edges so that I don't end up with a big square that you can see that's real obvious. Okay, so I've got a design marked off with masking tape. Very simple. This isn't going to make a permanent screen. It's not going to ruin my screen, but it's ready to go. So I'm ready to put the matte medium on my piece. I think I'll go that way with my lines. This is Golden Matte Medium. Liquitex is another good brand to use. You can also use a gloss medium. It's going to give a slightly different effect. So I'm just going to pour some in here. I don't want to tip it up too much because it'll go all over the place, but you can see that there is a little bit in there. I'm going to put my frame down. It's a little hard to see because it's white and it doesn't show up very much and it dries clear. Now this matte medium, when it dries, will be permanent. So I want to make sure I get my screen cleaned very quickly here. What I'm going to do is let this dry. After it dries, I'm going to iron it to heat set it, and then I'm going to dump it in a bucket of water. But if I don't heat set it first, all this matte medium is going to wash out, and it's not really going to stick to my fabric. So the heat setting is a very, very important step. Now when I iron this, I'm going to cover it with an applique press sheet. This distributes the heat a little bit better, so I'm less likely to ruin my fabric. Since it is polyester, I could melt it. Okay, so you can see that my paper is stuck to the front here. Some of the pieces are loose in the back. So this is the fun part. A little scary. And I've got a bucket of water, so I'm going to let it soak for a little while. You can see how the paper has gotten loose. So this is how the birch trees were done. I had white paper underneath that I had painted some black lines on. Then I laid masking tape onto my the sheer fabric that I had over the black and white paper. I laid the masking tape down in long strips because I didn't have a screen that was that big. And then I screened the matte medium over the masking tape, and wherever the masking tape was not, you got a birch tree.
I've been a traditional quilter for many years, since I was in high school. And about 5 years ago, I guess, I met the girls that are prominent in this group, and they invited me to join them. And I thought, oh, I'm not sure I can do any of this because I'm so traditional. But they taught me a lot of things, and pretty soon I'm moving out of tradition and into the art side of quilting, and loving it. Have discovered so many things. It's so much fun. It's just so liberating. One of the things about traditional quilting is there are a lot of rules, and everything in traditional quilting is based on perfection. The more beautiful, the more perfect the quilting is. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful, and it's the perfect thing for so many people. And I admire the quilts so much in the traditional world. But once you make that leap into the art world, you can forget all those rules. And you can just have fun and just go with it and do things crooked. You know, it doesn't matter anymore. And it's kind of liberating and fun.
I just think it's really great that we have an exhibit like this so we can show people that it's not, quilting isn't like grandmother's quilting. We're kind of taking it to a new level. It's fiber art, it's fabric, it's paper, it's combining things, and it's an art form. It's not something you're gonna worry about washing or putting on the bed or something like that. So it's fun. And it's not. Some people may think, oh, what's the purpose of this? Well, it's just like painting and sculpture. It's something that's in you that you want to get out because it's art.
I'm Greg Webb.
And I'm KiKi Webb, and our duo is called Dancing Light. Greg and I met at the Florida Theater in Gainesville, Florida, and he was playing with a 12-piece rhythm and blues band, and I was a solo vocalist. And his band invited me to come do a number with them. So we were doing a song called Arms Are for Hugging, and the song was kind of broken up into these duets. So when we got to the dress rehearsal, I was introduced to Gregg that day as my duet partner. They said, "This is Greg Webb, he'll be your duet partner tonight." And that's how we met. There was that one evening that we played on stage together, and then we didn't see each other for maybe 5 years. And we came together again at a friend's birthday party. And this particular friend is a musician, and her parties are always big jam sessions. And so Greg was there, and he was playing some of his original songs on the guitar. And then I sat down at the piano and started playing along with him. And even though I had never heard his songs before, I just kind of knew where he was going lyrically, I knew where he was going harmonically, and we just started playing together. So that night, you went home and wrote a song.
I did. I went home and wrote Wings of Song. Which, I stayed up till, I don't know, 3 in the morning, just because I was so moved by what had happened between us, and I spent, I don't know, 3 hours or something writing a song, and completed the song, and then brought it to her within a couple days. Went to her and played the song for her.
And then I taped it. I taped it on a cassette player. We had cassette back in the day, and then he went home, and then I wrote this duet part to the song on the tape, and then that's how we started collaborating, how we started writing music together.
I believe we've written about 100 songs. We don't really keep a tally anywhere, so they're in all kinds of forms. Recordings, little tiny mini cassette recordings, and digital recordings, and studio recordings, and some are just on paper, and so they exist in a lot of places. We've never brought them all together at one time.
A lot of our inspiration comes from the world around us, whatever's happening in our lives. It's the kind of thing where the music is out there in the ether somewhere, and your job is just to kind of let it flow through and, into form. And it always comes at very interesting times, sometimes not the most opportune times, often when we're driving and you have to kind of pull off the road to write or whatever. But we have many songs that are inspired by our natural surroundings. We love to spend time in nature, and that often flows into our songs, like Rice Cakes and Minnesota Winter, Jingle Dancer, Bright Star, Land of Now. Rice Cakes from the Moon is a song that came as a result of our growing vegetables in our little organic garden. There was a dragonfly that was just kind of hovering over a moonflower in the garden, and that's how the song starts. Dragonflies hover over moonflowers, and talks about our coneflowers and our tomatoes. It's just a song about our organic garden. The Rice Cakes from the Moon part comes from an Asian legend. When we were kids, and you looked up at that moon in the sky and you saw the shadows and the light of the moon, my mom would say, "See, there's a face in that moon, 2 eyes and a mouth." And our parents told us there was a man in the moon, unless your mom was a feminist and maybe it was a woman in the moon, but it was a face. And in Asia, they see a rabbit making rice cakes, and they celebrate this legend at the time of the harvest. So it's all about abundance and the harvest. So the chorus is sort of about this Asian legend, and then the verses of the song are about all the things that grow in our little organic garden.
Well, the song Abraham, for instance, The genesis of that song, the seed of that song came one morning just out of the blue. This line came into my head with a melody, and it was this beautiful melody and this very interesting line. The original line that came to me was, "I'm looking for the Star of Abraham." And I really had no idea where it came from and what it meant. Then I went to the computer because I was just so curious, what on earth could the Star of Abraham even be? And the two things that caught my attention that I found when I actually entered the Star of Abraham was, the first one was Abraham, the father of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So that was, I thought, okay, well, maybe we're talking about the biblical Abraham. And then the star part, I came to a line in Genesis where sometimes is expressed as the angel of mercy comes to Abraham and says, "Your children will be as the stars. They will be luminous and numerous as the stars. You will be the father of nations." So then I changed. I thought, well, then the line should be, "I'm looking for the stars of Abraham."
Okay, are you ready? Here it comes.
Abraham upon the mountain high built an altar in God's name. Holy angel did reveal his path.
Your children will be as the stars.
I'm looking for the stars of Abraham to shine their wisdom on these war-torn lands. Left and right reveal their hidden hand. Flowers of Jerusalem to bloom again, bloom again. It's fear that keeps us in our separate camps. Spin of the moment blurs the greater dance. Great minds expand the reach of all we know. Still what eludes us is our common soul. I'm looking for the stars of Abraham to shine their wisdom on these war-torn lands. Left and right reveal their hidden hands. Flowers of Jerusalem to bloom again, bloom again. Abraham across the sands of time calls to his children far and wide. Your many faces mask a single truth. Do you remember who you are? You are all the stars of Abraham. Please shine your wisdom on these war-torn lands. From a single seed a tree has grown. Flowers of Jerusalem to bloom again. We are all the sons of Abraham. peaceful nations on these sacred lands. From a single seed a tree has grown, flowers of Jerusalem to bloom again. Bloom again.
Well, welcome to Leech Lake Brewing Company. Thank you for coming today. This is where we brew very small batches of handcrafted beer here locally in Walker, Minnesota. And our process begins with a thorough cleaning of our vessels in the morning. We arrive, immediately start cleaning our mash tun and our kettle so that we can start mashing our grains in and then just getting the whole process rolling. So 2-row pale malt is our primary grain used in our grain bills. Then we use other malts, like this, for example, is this is a crystal medium, which is 50 to 60 L, which stands for Lovey Bond. It indicates the color of the grain, and it looks like this. When I'm going to show this to you, I don't know. For our specialty grains, like this caramel, I'll use my little handy-dandy home mill. This is very much just a somewhat large-scale home brew operation that we got going on here. It's just a single roll mill with the funnel on top. I just stick it on my pail here and mill up some grain. All right, I'm standing on top of the mezzanine now, it's called, and this is our mash tun. All this piping that you can see some of it here, the rest of it's kind of around on the wall and draped around here. Is for our steam heat. So we've got a steam generator over there in the corner, mashing in with 160-degree water, and then I apply steam to the bottom, stir the heck out of it, and bring it up to my mash temperature of my rest temperature, which is in the 150 to 160 range. And I use this, I've had it sitting here next to me. This is just a mash paddle. It's a large one for commercial use. And I use this just to stir the mash, is all this is for. And it's really important initially when you're mashing in to stir the mash very well so that there are no dough balls, they're called, where the grains just clump together and you get an incomplete rest out of it because it's not all wet, it's not all saturated. The enzymes can't act on all of it, and so you get a less efficient batch out of it. We then open this valve up, which then allows the sweet wort from within this mash tun to trickle down and into the kettle. So I'm sitting over here most of the time during that first half an hour, as much as I possibly can while running around doing other things, but just controlling the steam as it comes in through this pipe into this vessel, so as to not boil over, because then you obviously have waste, you have a mess, it's just a problem. So within the first half an hour, you get that under control, and then I start to add hops at that point. We move the wort from the kettle into one of our fermenters. We then are going to cool it, so we have this nearly boiling liquid inside of this now. It cools a bit in the transfer, and as soon as we take it off of heat, but then we need to drop it down to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit or less in order to pitch the yeast, or else the yeast will die if it's too warm. I then reconfigure our hose lines and run this wort then through a heat exchanger. As soon as this hits 80, turn off the pump. I'll pitch the yeast into batch number 1 here, and then let it get going. The yeast is then going to do the primary function of 2 things, converting the sugars in the wort to alcohol, and then the other component that comes from the yeast is carbon dioxide, CO2. So we sit in the primary fermenters for about 2 to 3 days, and then we rack to a secondary where it sits for about 10 to 14 days. our logo is a result of St. Bridget of Kildare's quote to the effect of, "I would like a lake of beer for the King of Kings and all of heaven to drink through eternity." I don't have that exactly right, but it's close. I was trying to come up with something for our main logo, and I read that when I was looking through beer quotes, I think, and as a result, I thought, a lake of beer, why don't I make a lake-shaped pint glass? I was getting some encouragement from friends and family we always brought beer up to the lake, and so they've always had our home brew as a big vacation thing, part of vacation. That was our contribution, and had a couple of friends come up for eel pout and things like that, and they're like, "Wow, man, you brew some great beer. You really ought to be doing this for a living." And so that, maybe I should.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Common Ground. If you have a segment idea for Common Ground pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. To view this episode or any Common Ground segment, visit us at lptv.org/Common Ground. Individual segments or copies of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008. If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org. If you have segment ideas pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund by the vote of the people on November 4th, 2008.